Hey, what's going on, guys? Willis here. We're back with another Borderlands 3 video. So we've got another hotfix today, going over some buffs and nerfs for different Vault Hunters. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys are looking for any cheap games at all, be sure to head over to g2a.com and use my code Willis. With that being said, let's jump into it. So I haven't actually read these hotfixes myself. They literally just went live about 5 minutes ago, so we're going to be reading them through together, and we're going to see what's changed with the Vault Hunters. I heard there's some changes towards weapons and some bug fixes, so yeah, let's just go over it and see what we got. So this week's Borderlands 3 hotfixes, which will be live on all platforms by or before 3 p.m. PDT today, address some player character passive abilities, gear balance, and some quality of life issues across the game. We're watching the character builds that players are creating and are looking through all of the different gear available to make sure that there is something for everyone. This week and in the coming weeks, there will be further adjustments to gear with the hopes of creating even more build types. Our goal is to adjust some of the less used legendary gear to create even more build types. Our goal is to adjust some of the less used legendary gear to bring them to the same level as some of the more popular options. In addition, we are addressing reported bugs, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. Okay, Vault Hunter adjustments, Amara. So we addressed a concern that Alacrity was only rewarding players 1 point worth of bonuses, even if the player put more than 1 point. In addition, we wanted Phase Grasp to be more accessible to all weapon types and playstyles. So we doubled the range to grasp an enemy. Awesome. So they're kind of buffing Amara a bit. Putting points into Alacrity now rewards a reload speed bonus per rank. Phase Grasp can now be used on targets further away, and the cooldown is now instantly returned if a player misses. Moving on to Moes. So the Bloodletter class mod was creating some overwhelming synergies for Moes, so we increased the delay and decreased the recharge rate of the shield to compensate. This should help encourage the intended use of this class mod, which is to heal shields manually, not automatically. Means of Destruction's retrigger delay was adjusted again because the change limited other builds beyond creating infinite grenades. The infinite grenade bug will be addressed in a future patch, but we wanted to re-enable other builds that use Means of Destruction. So we dramatically reduced the retrigger delay to a reasonable number. So yeah, the Bloodletter class mod for Moes, if you guys haven't seen my previous video, you can pretty much give yourself God mode and one-shot anything in the game. So it makes sense why they're, I guess, delaying it. But yeah, the Bloodletter class mod, they increased the recharge delay by 150%. They reduced the recharge rate by 50%, and they addressed a reported bug with Close the Distance. So the action skill augment will now deal the intended shock damage. Means of Destruction now has a retrigger delay of 0.3 seconds. So Flak, what are they doing with our boy Flak? The Leave No Trace change last week to Flak was to forcefully inject the functionality of a cooldown into the ability. However, the value that was added was never the intended value. We dramatically lowered it to retain the promise of an ability, but with a cooldown that still allows players to gain armor without dramatically removing a core aspect of a weapon's gameplay loop. So Leave No Trace has a retrigger delay set to 0.3 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was last week, it was like 2 seconds or something. So I'm pretty sure this is a buff. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, okay, so I just looked at last week's patch notices. Last week was a retrigger delay of 2 seconds. It is now basically 0.3 seconds. So yeah, I guess it's kind of getting a buff again, so that makes sense, I guess. So Zane, so Death Follows Close will correctly update several kill skills after unlocking this ability. Moving on to some weapon changes. The Lob's projectile tick damage is now 60% of base damage, up from 20%. The projectile speed decelerates faster to increase the chance of hitting the same target multiple times. Creeping Death damage is increased by 200%. The carrier damage has been increased by 60%. The Gunnerang damage has been increased by 20%. All sniper rifle zoom levels have been slightly reduced. Long scopes on Jacobs, Children of the Vault, Dal, assault rifles have also been slightly reduced. Anointed Part. So, when Zane swaps positions with his Digiclone, the damage gained is increased to up to 130%, up from 75. Okie dokie. When Flak hits a target with Rax, the target now takes 100% increased damage, up from 50%. The Anointed Part, increased damage versus Badass, no longer heals the player and now correctly adds bonus damage to badass enemies. So Pain Terror and Agonizer 9000 have been adjusted to have an increased chance to drop higher quality loot. They addressed a reported bug with the Dynasty Diner that could potentially halt mission progress for some players. And they've also addressed a reported concern that some players fell through the floors in various boss arenas. But that's pretty much all the fixes we got today. I guess there's kind of been a little change on flak. They leave no trace is now somewhat decent, I guess. I mean, they kind of lowered it even more so you can kind of score a crit and then get your ammo back. But yeah, other than that, they changed a bunch of weapons. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll leave the full patch notes in the video description. I pretty much read it all out in this video, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're looking to trade any single item in Borderlands, be sure to head over to my Discord channel, discord.gg/Willis. It's an awesome place if you're looking for any items in Borderlands. With that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video, and peace.